fellow DJs. Ricky here with Breaking Your Barriers, coming to you with a tip for you DJs just getting into the game. The first thing you're going to need is a powerful laptop. And the reason why you want it to be powerful is because as you continue to progress in this game, you're going to definitely upgrade your software as well as your hardware, and it's going to require one heck of a lot more juice coming from your computer to run it. So make sure you get a powerful laptop. Don't skimp on that. That's the one place I will tell you, definitely don't skimp. Because I've run it off of a cheap laptop and man, it kept coming up with a blue screen and freezing and all this stuff. And I was like, oh no, no. Especially now that everything's digital. Computer crash on you. Bride and groom, wait a minute. It's reloading. Hold on. Thank you for your patience. Don't skimp on the laptop. The second thing you're going to need are good headphones. And I'm not saying go crazy, because headphones can run anywhere from $20 to hundreds of dollars. In fact, the headphone I purchased when I first began was roughly 200, let's just say 250 or something like that. You can easily get a headphone within the 125 to 200 range and you're good to go. Just don't show up there with your earbuds or whatever. Make sure you have good headphones, because if you can't hear your mix, if you can't hear the music, how are you gonna fade in and fade out and mix in and mix out? You're gonna end up mixed up. So make sure to get good headphones, not superb, crazy, expensive headphones, unless you can afford it. If you can afford it, then, you know, God bless you. That's awesome. Get all the top gear. You don't even need to listen to me. Just get all the top gear and you're good to go. So good headphones, okay? The third thing you're gonna need is a good microphone. Now, I recommend starting off with a wired microphone. Now, if you're gonna start with a wired microphone, the wired microphone that I recommend is what I call the foundation of microphones, the SM58 by Shure, which I still very much use to this day. Now, you wanna make sure to have a good microphone, because if you're speaking and you sound like crap, the whole event is gonna be garbage. So I'm telling you right now, do not skimp on a microphone. Please do not bring your computer microphone to your gig, the one you use with a camera. That'd be crazy. Get yourself a good microphone. Make sure your sound reproduction and your voice comes across exactly the way it's supposed to come across. And when they speak, it comes across the way they're supposed to sound. So that's the third thing. Good microphone. Number 4, please get yourself some awesome speakers. I'm not talking about speakers for like a concert, like line arrays that are like this huge or something like that. I'm talking about a really good pair of speakers. For example, the speakers I use are the QSC K12s. Version 1, not even a version 2. Version 1 is only 1,000 watts. Version 2 is 2,000 watts. But guess what? Both of them sound just as awesome if you know how to use them. Awesome speakers. The reason is because you want to sound good, you want your music to sound good, and you want your people, when they speak on a mic, to sound fantastic as well. And they're not going to forget that, because like, wow, I sound really good. So don't skip back when it comes to your speakers. Whatever speaker you choose, make sure you do your research first, okay? Number 5, get yourself a decent soundboard. Not a crazy expensive one, and not a horribly, ridiculously cheap, no-name soundboard. Just somewhere in between 6 and 12 channels, because that'll be more than enough for you as a DJ. And you're probably wondering, well, why do I need a soundboard when I already have a DJing mixer? Well, the reason why you want a soundboard is because you're going to have your clientele who are going to want to plug any number of things into your system so that they can get a reproduction from the speakers. For example, they want to plug in a guitar, a microphone, maybe something for a video slideshow. So you have to be prepared for that kind of stuff. And 6 to 12 channels will provide you way more than enough security to take care of your clientele if they need that. Recently, I've also done a test on Behringer, which is not a very expensive brand, but for some reason, it still sounds pretty awesome. I was very impressed with their workmanship. And if you're thinking, nah, this dude doesn't have a Behringer. Well, the Behringer I have is a Behringer Xenix 1202 effects. It has effects, so it has reverb, delays, and stuff like that. And if you guys wonder what it looks like, well, you're in luck. That's what a Behringer 1202 Xenix 1202 looks like. Look how small this thing is. It's cute, right? That bad boy is less than $150, and it definitely is worth its weight in gold. Number 6, get yourself an okay DJing mixer. And for the purposes of this particular tip, I'm going to focus on the DJing mixer that already has the turntables connected to it. I'm not going to be talking about the mixer separate, the 2 turntables separate. I'm going to be talking about an all-in-one. So get yourself a starter mixer. This is definitely a starter mixer right here. Definitely for the beginner, and it's very easy to learn. And you can still do what it is you have to do, which is to provide awesome sounding music and a chance for you to learn how to mix. Once you get the foundation down and you want to move further up in the ranks of mixing, yeah, definitely get yourself a crazy mixer. That's up to you. But for now, as a beginner, get a starter mixer. This is not where you want to invest the bulk of your money just yet. Number 7, these are what you call the hidden heroes, or the guts of your DJing system. So you're going to need good speaker stands. And I say good speaker stands because you don't want to put expensive speakers on a cheap stand. And please don't try to make your own stand with PVC piping. That's just crazy. Don't do that. Get yourself a good stand like Hercules, Pro Line stands, or the one I currently use, which is Ultimate stands. Next, you're going to need XLR cables. These XLR cables are what connect your speaker to either your soundboard or your DJing mixer. So do your research first on what kind of plugs come out from your soundboard as well as from your DJing mixer so that you don't get the wrong one. You want to make sure to get the right one right away. And that's also the purpose of having awesome adapters. Don't just get the cheapest XLR cables since they're selling 5 for like $10. Don't get that, please. And make sure to get the proper length as well. Don't just get 1 or 2 cables because you have 2 speakers. Get more than you need. You're going to need it anyway, trust me, especially if you need to extend it and you're way further than you thought you would be. Get enough cabling. You can never go wrong with too much cabling. Plus, if one of your cables breaks down, you have a backup. So keep that in mind. So I'll see you guys on the next video. And I'm going to keep posting tips for you fellow DJs like myself to get you up and running and ready to go for that next wedding, birthday, retirement, corporate function, whatever it is you land as a gig. At least you're going to be ready. See you on the next video.